Pursuit's 13th NBD Hoosier Classic Championship against Wimp Sanderson's Arkansas Little Rock Trojans. For the Hoosiers, things are starting to connect. We are live from Market Square Arena in downtown Indianapolis. The NBD 13th Annual Hoosier Classic will take place shortly. The Arkansas Little Rock Trojans at 6-1 take on the home team, the Indiana Hoosiers, now at 7-4. Hello everybody, John Laskowski and Ted Kitchell, and we have an interesting coaching matchup. Bob Knight, of course, for the Hoosiers' 24th year, but Wimp Sanderson, his first year here at Arkansas Little Rock. He had 12 very successful years as the head coach at Alabama. And Ted Kitchell, what do you think of that plaid jacket?
Yeah, he's easy to pick out when he comes out. Coach Knight, who no longer wears the sport coat, traded all his to Wimp, and Wimp continues to bring him out night after night.
He's got a team that he's just learning his style of play. He likes the motion offense, man-to-man defense, but it's a matter of getting his team to learn that style.
Yeah, Wimp Sanderson has a number of great athletes, guys that like to get in the one-on-one situation, and they like to create a lot of problems for defenses. Also on the defensive end, it's going to be a team that changes around a lot. I would not be surprised at all to see Wimp Sanderson throw a lot of zone against Indiana. This is an Indiana team that has not had to prove their outside shooting. They've been able to go inside to Henderson and Evans. Look for Wimp Sanderson tonight to throw a 2-3 zone at him. Indiana going to have to make some outside shots.
They lost their senior leader in Derek Fisher. He's out with a broken hand, but Malik Dixon is a sophomore from Chicago, got 22 last night, and he's a big threat from the outside.
He's a very good player, a guy that's going to handle the ball a lot on top. He'll get a lot of screens. Look for him to take the three-point shot whenever he gets a chance.
And there's Joe Stevens, 6'7", fielding factor.
Field goal percentage is going to be most important, because if you shoot a good field goal percentage for University of Arkansas Little Rock, your Indiana's not going to be able to get the ball out on the break. Also leadership. They're in front of a big Indiana partisan crowd. They've lost their leader in Fisher. He changed the lineup last night. They really need some stability. Somebody needs to step up. For Indiana, 80 minutes. Coach Knight has broken the weekend into 80 minutes. Last night they played 40 strong minutes. They're looking for 40 more minutes tonight. And rebound, when Indiana's gotten over 40 rebounds a number of times this year in game, Indiana continues to need to control the boards.
Stop by tonight's championship game after these messages.
Mom, can I help you type?
Look at the starting lineups. Indiana, Evans, Henderson, Lindeman, Reed, and Herman, the same as last night. University of Arkansas Little Rock. Dixon, a real key, and Joe Stevens. Evans will be on Stevens. That'll be a real key matchup. Evans going to have to do a good job on Joe Stevens. And Dixon, a guy that handles the ball a lot, looks for the three-pointer. Michael Herman will get the job, and he's going to have to stop Dixon.
Tonight, will the team deliver? Will the coach deliver? Will the referees deliver? Who knows? But Papa John's Pizza will deliver. One thing for sure is if you want the perfect pizza at the perfect... Coach Wimp Sanderson, his first year, he's off to a good start at 6-1 with his Trojans from Little Rock. And last night's ball game, here's what Indiana did. Their biggest win of the season, 43 points, and it was the freshmen Herman and Miller who did a lot of the damage.
92-49, only gave up 22 points in the first half, only 27. A good defensive effort by Indiana, while on the offensive end, they scored 44 the first half and 48 the second, although I don't think Coach Knight was that happy with their effort in the second half as far as offensive points came a little bit easier.
Teams met back in '89 as the only other time. And that national anthem by Tiffany Storm, Miss Indiana, has done a great job both nights on that. Here's our officials, all from the Big Ten. Sam Licklider, Verl Sell, and Art McDonald. Sam ready to get the tip, and Henderson controls it, but it's stolen. We'll see a quick team here by Little Rock, Arkansas. Cordell Robinson snuck in for that. 24 is the guy to watch. That's Malik Dixon. Good shooter from the outside, three-point range.
Indiana in a man-to-man. Watch how Arkansas Little Rock really spreads it out. They're going to stick guys way down in the corner. that really opens up the middle, gives their guards, who are very, very quick, a chance to really drive the ball and get a screen whenever possible. Also, if you take a look, they get a long three-pointer, but they are really watching the shot clock. I think Wimp Sanderson has really wanted to slow this game down, so don't look for Indiana to score 92 points tonight.
Foul on the rebound. It's going to go against Tony Chimay. And a little full court press. So I think, as Ted mentioned, we'll see a lot of change up here by the Trojans. And there's a near turnover as Reed saved that one. Evans wasn't looking for the pass. Trapped there right at the 10-second line. So already we can see an aggressive type of team, similar to what we may see next Wednesday at Iowa.
Oh, it'll be very, very similar. Iowa will come out, they'll press you all 94 feet, very similar to a Kentucky team. Indiana's going to have to wake up. They really don't look like they're awake and ready to play yet tonight.
Lindemann inside, his bank shot is good, and a foul inside.
I think that's real important for Indiana. Good play by Alan Henderson, feeding it down into a much bigger and stronger Todd Lindemann. But to get him started on a good foot is really a plus for Indiana. You can see nice catch inside, nice soft touch, gets bumped underneath. Big start for Indiana. Not too good from the free throw.
I thought it might have grazed the bottom of the rim. The officials disagree, and they call out of bounds as Lindemann comes up short. But he's being guarded by Reggie Robinson, 6'8", 230. So again, this is a team that Indiana has a big size advantage over.
Yeah, they're going to have a big size advantage over them, and look for Indiana to continue to take the ball down inside. Again, watch Arkansas Little Rock. They have a good idea of how much time is on the clock, and they're looking to work the clock down to 10 seconds and then start to make their move.
This is Dixon. He got 22 last night, very quick. Evans is on a switch right now.
Nice job. You can see the shot clock once again down to 5.
This is Robinson outside, off, and the rebound finally for Brian Evans.
Michael Herman, who had a great game last night, races it up the floor. Good pass inside.
Alan Henderson finishes it off.
Michael Herman starts off right where he left off last night. He's going to have to play defense with his feet tonight. He's not going to be able to pick these guys.
That's Dixon. He got the double team. This is Stevens, number 30. He got 30 points last night.
Good double team by Alan Henderson getting down. He needs to recover. Good job by Indiana with their defense once again.
Inside to Reggie Robinson. And there's the height advantage by Indiana. Henderson easily blocks that shot. Possession arrow to Indiana.
More than blocked the shot, I think he caught the ball on the way up before he ever gets a chance to really shoot. Watch it. Now he catches it right there. Before he ever even shoots the basketball, Allen got a hand on it. But he did get all ball. Indiana will take it the other way.
Reed brings it across. Man-to-man defense by the Trojans.
They have started out in man-to-man, but I would expect them to play some zone tonight, make Indiana score from the outside.
Henderson off a pick is good, and Indiana starts off sharply at the offensive end, 6-zip.
It's tough to play zone when you get down early, though. They're down 6-0. Indiana doing a nice job offensively, moving the ball and getting good shots.
Another great crowd here, over 16,200 last night, and at least that many here tonight.
Indiana's defense continues to really help and recover. They help one another, and then they're recovering back to their man much quicker than early in the year. Right there, good recovery, good shot by Joe Stevens.
I like his touch. He's only averaging 11, but he's new to this team, his first year of eligibility, and he's just getting used to the style of play. Very good offensive player.
But that's exactly what Arkansas is looking for. Quick shot by Henderson.
That's a three, no. Two-point shot. He was right close to that line.
That really opens up things for Indiana when Alan Henderson able to hit a couple jump shots right away.
Easy inside.
Outside shot by Dixon is off, and again Lindemann there for the rebound. So Indiana's block out holding up well.
Very good block out by Todd Lindemann. Oh, he's hitting everything. Alan Henderson kind of throws one in right there as he got hit.
Michael Herman saved the ball right into Ted Kitchell's lap.
Great pass.
We're going to give Kitchell a assist there.
That's right.
He pushed Herman back on the floor, and Herman continues to play. I'll tell you, that Kitchell, he's something.
Neil Reed, nice job by Michael Herman of getting the ball. But right there, Michael Herman, last night he was able to pick some of the Eastern Kentucky players, he's not going to be able to do that against Arkansas Little Rock. As you see Coach Knight get up and say, Michael, you're just not going to be able to do that tonight.
This has got to be a visiting coach's nightmare to come in to play Indiana and to see him start off like this. Sanderson trying to do what he can to get Little Rock back in the game. 12-2 right now, and we're just 4 minutes in the game.
Well, one of our key factors to start the game was leadership and some stability for Arkansas Little Rock. They really lost their leader in Fisher. Indiana steals the ball once again, going the other way. And right now, the stability doesn't look very good for Arkansas Little Rock.
Reed wisely slows it up. Here's Evans on the post. Shot fake. Jumper is good.
That's where Brian Evans is really his best. I spoke to one of the assistants tonight, and rather than throwing that jump hook like he did last night, that time he faced up, got a good look at the basket, able to make 2 points for Indiana.
This is Joe Stevens.
Very smooth right there.
Shot is just off. Henderson has the board. Perimeter game by the Trojans. They'll take that outside shot. Long lead to Lindemann. Off balance on that shot, goes over the rim. Easy rebound and fast break for Little Rock. And the layup good. That time it's Tony Chimay, 6'6" senior with the shot. So a bad offensive shot leads to a fast break at the other end.
We talked about it last night for Indiana. When they take bad shots, other teams get easy shots. That time Arkansas Little Rock did a nice job of rebounding the ball. Good move by Neil Reed inside. Got an easy shot. Neil Reed, nice job. Great spin move inside. Has a chance at a three-point play. Going to take a look at it. Good pass by Brian Evans. Watch the spin move. Great job. Just nicked on the arm. Probably one you're not going to get on the road, but Indiana will take it here at home.
Reed got in some foul trouble yesterday. Left early. That's Bob Knight and Michael Herman talk about it, but coach is really looking forward to Herman and Reed in that backcourt. Only freshmen, but Neil Reed, a real leader out there. Herman, a guy who loves to play the game, very quick. We saw the steals yesterday. And this could be a backcourt to watch for Indiana's future. We've got a timeout. 14:49 left, and Indiana leads it 17-4. We'll be back after these messages. Double team there.
Yeah, I hate to continue to harp on it, but Indiana's defense is why they're getting a lot of easy shots. Arkansas Little Rock going to get that tie up right there. That's the second one of the game. It will go Arkansas Little Rock's way. But Indiana's defense making it very, very difficult for Arkansas Little Rock to even get a shot.
Dan Dockett shouting encouragement from the IU bench. He had the Trojans to scout yesterday and has really done a nice job to put together this trapping defense. And then the weak side help is coming over quick enough so that the Trojans don't get an easy shot. Some question on the shot clock now. It shows 9 seconds.
Since there's not a change of possession, the shot clock will stay the same with 9 seconds.
Wimp Sanderson and Bob Knight. So Little Rock needs a quick shot. Back outside, this is Dixon.
Brian Evans putting a lot of pressure on Dixon.
Long three outside and a foul. And it's going to go on 34. Tony Chimay, he's a senior. It's a young team that Little Rock has. Chimay and Parham and Robinson, Cordell Robinson, the seniors. As I mentioned, Wimp Sanderson did a big change yesterday. 4 players started for the first time. So he's still looking for that lineup. Here's a zone 2-3 by Little Rock.
There's that zone defense. I knew that somebody sooner or later was going to bring a zone defense for Indiana to take a look at. Make Indiana hit some outside jump shots.
Lindemann, the only player inside for Indiana. Now cut by Henderson. Baseliner by Lindemann off. That's a good shot, though. He's jumping toward the basket. Herman keeps it alive. Lindemann. And it's finally off of Alan Henderson, so Indiana attacks the boards.
Great hustle by Indiana. Nice job against the zone, getting the ball in the middle. Great pass by Alan Henderson down to Lindemann. Lindemann is going to have to hit that jump shot for Indiana to play against the zone.
The difference between those two shots, the first one, Teddy, was falling away. This one at least right toward the basket and just missed it.
If they continue in that zone, look for Charlie Miller to come in, and he'll be the guy shooting that shot down on the baseline.
That's Chimay, 134. He got 10 points last year, recovering from knee surgery.
Good ball movement by Arkansas Little Rock. Indiana once again taking a look at the zone. Need to get in the gaps. Bad shot by Neil Reed. That's not the shot Indiana's looking for.
Rebound by Dixon. Again, the fast break. So 2 shots, not good by Indiana. End up in fast breaks for Little Rock, and now an offensive rebound.
Bad shots are just like turnovers. Coach Knight would tell you that. I'm sure Coach Sanderson would too. You take a bad shot, it gives the other team a chance to run to the other end. You're gonna see it. Good pass up the floor. This is a shot that I'm sure Joe Stevens would like to have back. But good rebound inside by Dobbins. He's going to get it up on the board. Have a chance. He misses the first one, have a chance at one here from the free throw line.
Montrell Dobbins, 6'6" sophomore from Hot Springs, Arkansas, 10 points a game. Has been starting, but neither one of the two games here at the Classic as he started. He's come off the bench. A lot of spin on that shot. He misses both. And Henderson has the board. 17-6. Indiana leads it. 13 minutes left. First half.
So important against a zone to come up with something big right away. Good pass fake right there. Poor pass by Alan Henderson. But against a zone, you need to use some pass fakes. Get that defense moving. Indiana's went a couple minutes here without scoring since the timeout, which was a 14-49. We're down to 12-30. Indiana has yet to score. Stuck on 17.
Patient offense by Little Rock. Here's Stevens on the baseline off. Michael Herman on the board, and Dixon draws the foul.
One thing you'll watch with Michael Herman, when he goes up for a rebound, a little bit ago on the offensive end, he went up and he goes up very, very strong. Big, strong shoulders, and goes up with both hands, and when he gets his hands on the ball, he usually comes down with it.
He's got so much potential. Rod Smith checks in, and Robinson leaves.
Against that zone, Michael Herman needs to get inside, penetrate a little bit. They're a little different look here, kind of a matchup type zone. Get some penetration, create some shots for Indiana.
Two-man game outside with Reed. Indiana. Evans outside with a three. Lindemann keeps it alive. Jump hook is off.
Bad shot right there. That's kind of a throw. Not what Coach Knight's looking for. Indiana very unsuccessful against the zone. Wimp Sanderson did a nice job changing up defense. Indiana very poor so far.
There's Dixon off the dribble. He dumps it inside. Lindemann a good block. And he saves it to Henderson. Now a 3-on-1. Neil Reed taking his time.
Long.
Herman open. He missed everything. Out of bounds to Little Rock. And we've got timeout. We'll be back after these messages from your local stations. This is the Raycom Network. Still lit up in the holiday season. There you see Dixon, he's missed all 4 of his shots. That's not like him.
Only 2 points scored between timeouts. Arkansas Little Rock got those 2. You take a look at the shooting, Arkansas Little Rock, very poor. Indiana, respectable, but if you remember, they started out 8 for 9.
So that's from 7 missed shots in a row. An offensive foul here on a hook. That's Montrell Dobbins. His first.
That's a call you see in the pros a lot. They call that hook. In college, you usually get by with the only problem is there wasn't anybody down there around him, and Verl was able to take a good look at it. Good shot fake. That's what you need against the zone. Poor pass.
Turnover Indiana. Fast break for Little Rock. Stevens misses, and Lindemann again high for the board.
Arkansas Little Rock doing a nice job getting the ball up the floor, getting some good shots. Those are shots you continue to give them. They're shots they're going to knock down.
Lindemann inside. It's a good way to look opposite on that zone. Reed nearly lost it there as he found Henderson. Kind of lucky to find him, and Henderson knows what to do with it.
He was lucky to find him, and Alan Henderson was very lucky to find the basket right there. That was a very, very difficult shot. Indiana looks very bad against the zone defense so far.
10 points now for Henderson. Now another rebound. It's the defense really controlling this game for Indiana. They've only given up 6 points, and we're nearly halfway through this first half. Pass a little too much steam there, goes right through Henderson's hand.
Wimp not very happy with the shot selection by Arkansas Little Rock. Arkansas Little Rock's getting some opportunities, haven't been able to knock any of their shots down. They've done a nice job on the defensive end. Ever since they changed the zone defense, they've really slowed an Indiana team that came out very hot, really slowed them down.
Tony Chimay, number 34, back in, trying to post up there down low on Lindemann. Good control there of the body by Dixon. He misses the shot. And Indiana will have it out of bounds.
Dixon getting very antsy. He likes to shoot the ball, and he's starting to take bad shots. He's going to have to let the offense come to him. He's throwing up some very poor shots at this point in time.
You can see Herman really controlling the ball a lot. That's something we saw Neil Reed do previously to Herman coming in to start. Lindemann, shot is off. So Indiana gone real poor on the shooting here since the zones come into play. Tipped by Reed.
Really a big play right there by Neil Reed, because if he doesn't touch that, that turns into an easy layup for Arkansas Little Rock.
Bob Knight with some instructions out to the team, trying to get off
travel.
It's 19, only 2 points in the last 4 minutes for Indiana. A travel turnover by Little Rock.
I guess I'm a little surprised that Todd Lindemann is the guy on the baseline popping out.
It's like a technical foul now on Wimp Sanderson. His name doesn't match his coaching style, that's for sure. He's up off the bench a lot, and he's going to draw a technical there. Brian Evans will go to the line. He was the coach of the decade in the SEC conference in the 80s.
There's another $25 to Gleaners from Noble Romans Pizza. Within 25 minutes after placing your delivery order, Noble Romans will call to let you know your pizza is on its way or it's free.
Brian Evans hits both technical fouls. There's Wimp, the national coach of the year in 1987. Of course, he was an assistant coach at Alabama in '76 when Indiana beat Alabama and Leon Douglas on their route to the national championship that year. Good pass by Lindemann.
Definite push right there by Arkansas Little Rock. Wimp is not going to be happy about this one, but that is a good call by Sam Licklider. That guy down inside, I don't know exactly who it is, but watch him push Henderson right here. He's going to catch the ball. It's Joe Stevens, or no, you can Dixon. It was Dixon right there. He pushed him all the way out of bounds. Take a look now at 24. It's kind of hard to see it from right there, but 24 got both hands on him, pushed him all the way under the basket just as he got ready to jump. Good call by Sam Licklider.
Henderson good on the free throw, and that's a tough shot when you're trying to put it through the backboard to make it in. Even for you, Ted, that'd be a tough shot. Henderson good on the first. Great offensive start. He's got 12 points already, 4 rebounds.
Better passing by Indiana that time against the zone.
Pat Knight in for Indiana. Lindemann, again, he's used his height very well today, Ted, at catching some passes on offense and, of course, on the defensive end. He's got 4 rebounds.
Neil Reed doing a nice job using the pass fake. Arkansas Little Rock, they're going to make Patrick Knight prove that he can shoot that jump shot. Neil can shoot it.
That's an NBA 3, just off. That rebound to Rod Smith.
Arkansas Little Rock continues to stay very, very spread. Not a very good shot right there. Another long three-pointer. That time Dixon able to knock it down.
Malik Dixon played at St. Francis High School in Chicago. And again, that outside that blue line, which is the NBA three-point line. The white line that you see is the college three-point line.
That time Dixon had just a little bit more time. Evans going to try 3.
Off, and the rebound to Joe Stevens. So Little Rock making a run right now. It's 23-9. Good pass inside to Dixon. It's 34.
Brian
Tony
Evans.
Chimay.
And 34 for Indiana. No, they're going to call on Todd Lindemann. Todd Lindemann going to be called with the hack.
Charlie Miller checks in for Indiana.
Nice job by Arkansas getting the ball up the floor once again. You see, he probably gets fouled right there. Then they call Todd Lindemann over the top. Brian Evans very fortunate. Brian Evans is the one that grabbed a hold of his hand.
Lindemann leads with 2 points.
He's been on the boards, doing a nice job rebounding. Guy that Coach Knight knows is going to have to be a very important part of that Indiana team if Indiana is going to have a chance at the Big Ten crown.
Chimay off on that first free throw. And good on the second. The lead now 13 by Indiana.
Little Rock, excuse me, I'm sure the people in Arkansas are not very happy with me calling them Arkansas, but continues to stay in the zone, and it continues to be very, very effective. Indiana doing a very poor job of moving the ball against the zone.
It's that extra pass trying to get to the baseline, to the blocks, that's hurt Indiana. 3 times now, Little Rock has stolen that pass, and Dixon on the drive.
Once again, Arkansas Little Rock getting in a one-on-one situation, keeping the floor spread, giving Malik Dixon a lot of room to drive. He's very, very quick. He can also pull up for the jump shot. Pulled up for a 3 just a little bit ago this time. Good crossover through the legs. Hack on Neil Reed right there. Not a lot of contact, but you're going to get it.
Takes his time there at the line. Bob Knight is off his feet at the Indiana bench. Such a great start the first 5 or 6 minutes. Now Indiana really struggling at the offensive end. That 2-3 zone that Wimp Sanderson has put in has hurt them. Some good stats there for Dixon.
Scored 17 points in about the first 5.5 minutes, and they've only scored 6 in the last 7. Indiana really struggling.
7:54 left. Indiana leads at 23-11. We'll be back after these messages.
It's what keeps them in games. They're very, very quick. And you can take a look at Coach Knight. He's not very happy with the way Indiana's playing against the zone defense.
Evans now outside. He's got Pat Knight at the top. Henderson, look at, he's ready to shoot at the top of your screen there on that baseline.
You see they got Pat Knight at the top of the key. Alan Henderson continues to play very well offensively, but they got Pat Knight, who's the best passer on the team, at the point. They got 2 shooters on the outside with Evans and Reed.
Charlie Miller back in the lineup. Henderson now 14 points. Those guys in the baseline have to be ready to take that shot, and Henderson had his feet all set when that pass came around. Inside, good move inside by Chimay as he takes Henderson in, gets the jump hook.
Allen forgot to move his feet defensively. Just kind of stood. Chimay went right around him. Now take a look at Indiana's offense. You got the 2 shooters outside. You got Pat Knight, the best passer, on top. Then you got Allen Henderson sliding out and moving into the middle along with Charlie Miller.
Henderson, that's a good shot just off. As Henderson gets that ball, he can also look weak side. And a drive this time by Stevens. Oh, that's number 10, Rod Smith on the quick drive. So it's the fast break offense that's been the best for the Trojans.
You've got to pick up right away. Neil Reed, nice job of penetrating right there.
Robinson draws that foul.
Robinson picks up the foul. Indiana doing a better job of attacking the zone, but they've really got a better team to attack the zone in there right now. You're going to take a look. You can see they get the ball, Arkansas Little Rock. Nice job of getting the ball up the floor. Indiana going to have to turn their head and find that ball, get set defensively quicker.
18 fouls now on Little Rock, so Indiana at the line, 1-1. Neil Reed gets that one off the rim.
There's another $25 to Gleaners from Noble Romans, the better pizza people. Noble Romans Sicilian pizza is baked in olive oil from scratch daily. Taste the difference at Noble Romans.
Brian Evans leaves. Lindemann checks back in. Second one also good by Reed. Indiana's lead is 12. Reed has 5 points. Then the feed inside. Lindemann moves his feet well. Chimay on the shot, though, is just off. Reset the clock. Dixon has it outside. Long jumper off, and Henderson has the board.
You know, the last couple times down, Indiana's done a better job attacking the zone. Now they've got Todd Lindemann back in the middle.
Like a contact lens.
Yeah, Joe Stevens he hadn't lost it. He's got it right in his hand. He's just got to put it back in.
Official timeout. Give time for Michael Herman to check in for Neil Reed. See how Indiana, if they change what they do. Herman's a good shooter too. I mean, he can be a point guard. He can also be a shooter. He's a good driver. We saw him make those steals yesterday. He's just an all-around player, Ted.
Look for him to penetrate a little bit more. Now they've got him on top. He's the guy, I'm sure Coach Knight has talked to him a little bit about penetrating rather than just standing out there and being a passer.
Tries to dribble into 2 players and then find out who's open.
Shot clock down to 10.
Drive by Miller and a foul. It's going to go on Rod Smith. So Indiana's showing some patience on the zone offense, but they're not really getting the shots, I think, Ted, that coach would like to see.
Well, it really makes it difficult against a zone if you come out and you miss your first 3 or 4 shots, because then the zone is just going to continue to pack it in there tighter and tighter as Charlie Miller hits his first free throw. They're just going to continue to pack it in there tighter and tighter until you start hitting, 2 or 3 outside shots and really bring them out of that. It really doesn't open anything up for you in the middle.
Good touch on the second. Charlie Miller hits 2.
Arkansas Little Rock's got a lot of confidence back here. You can see they're starting to move to the basket much better. Wonderful move by Joe Stevens right around Todd Lindeman. He saw he had a big 7-footer on him, and he used his quickness, and he went to the basket.
Stevens has 4 points. So he got around Lindeman there with a nice soft touch.
Good pass fake right there by Patrick. It really got the defense moving right there. You've got to use some pass fakes and take your time.
Herman with that pass, and Lindeman looked around as if it was to somebody else. 5 turnovers now for Indiana, and that's going to take some time for the players to see how Herman makes these feeds inside.
Well, there was a few times when I played with Isaiah Thomas that you'd get hit in the head with it before you finally realized if you were open, you better be getting your eyes open and awake, because he's going to find you.
Dixon on the drive and the drop off. Shot by Chimay is off, and Lindeman has the board.
Boy, good offense by Arkansas Little Rock, though. They got an easy shot and just missed a bunny.
Charlie Miller is off. Stevens has the rebound.
Good shot for Indiana, though. That's what they're looking for.
Heard it all the way here at the table. A hand check by Michael Herman.
That's something they said they were going to call a little bit more this year, is the hand check. I don't know how consistent they'll be throughout the Big Ten. I think if you would take a look, in most cases, people got their hands on people most of the time.
Second foul now by Herman. We'll see if that cuts down his playing time here in the first half. Dixon way outside off, and block out by Henderson. Gets him an easy board.
Dixon would be better off to give that ball up and then get it back. I think he's still going to get a good steal. They knock the ball away. He's going to get easy 2 here.
Dixon does. It was Cordell Robinson tapped it away, and Dixon on the fast break. So Indiana here the last 10 minutes really struggling. The lead still at 10, but not a sharp team right now for Indiana. Henderson, tip pass to Lindeman. It's controlled by Pat Knight. Double team and offensive foul on Lindeman.
Good things are not going to happen when Todd Lindeman puts the ball on the floor. The only time he can put the ball on the floor is to catch it on the block, put it down one time, and go up strong. When he starts driving towards the basket, good things are not going to happen for Indiana, especially against a zone.
Neil Reed checks in. Brian Evans checks in. And Lindeman and Michael Hermanley, because they both have 2 fouls. And you hate to pick up that 3rd foul in the first half of ball game.
When Lindeman was not in the game, the 2 or 3 times down the floor, Indiana looked much more comfortable against the zone.
Smith misses the shot, but Chimay there for a board.
He thinks he's going to go for a 3-point play, but he stepped on the out-of-bounds line.
Turnover gives it to Indiana after this timeout. We'll be back after these messages from your local stations. This is the Raycom Network.
Back at Market Square, take a look here. Joe Stevens, number 30 for Arkansas Little Rock. He's going to recognize that he's got Todd Lindeman, 7 foot on him. And this is what a 6'7" guy with quickness does to a big 7-footer. He goes right around him and lays it in. Good play by Joe Stevens for Arkansas Little Rock.
Henderson's doing a nice job from the field, but the rest of the team has struggled. Only 29 first half points for Indiana.
I'm sure Wimp Sanderson knows that. He's told his team for a couple guys to know where Alan Henderson is at all times and make somebody else score for Indiana.
Around to Reed. Shot is short. Rebound, Joe Stevens. A fast break now is 3-on-2 for Little Rock. Tough shot that time is going to go. Cordell Robinson. And a foul on Indiana.
I think they're going to get Patrick Knight right there on the side. Arkansas Little Rock getting more confidence as the game continues along, goes along. You can see they're going to get Patrick from the side. Neil Reed with pretty good position. Going to have a chance. Cordell Robinson going to have a chance for the 3-point play.
game has really become tight. It's 29-21 now, but at one time it was
17-4 at the 14:49 break.
You can see the run that Little Rock has made, and this Indiana crowd trying to get their Hoosiers back in the game.
Just not a lot of room in there. Arkansas, Little Rock doing a great job. Charlie Miller with a great rebound and goes up strong. Alan Henderson.
Another offensive rebound for Charlie. He had 4 yesterday. And the Trojans bring it up very quickly.
We're going to take a look at Charlie Miller. Tough shot by Alan Henderson. Good position by Charlie Miller. Goes right back up with it. One of the few baskets Indiana able to score against that Arkansas Little Rock zone. Cordell Robinson comes down, excuse me, Laz, comes down and just takes advantage of his quickness and goes right around Patrick Knight and goes to the basket.
6'1" senior out of Oak Park, Illinois. He's got 4 points now. Indiana's lead is 8. We're just over 3 minutes left first half.
It's amazing how slow they were at 17-4 and how much quicker they've gotten as it's 31-24. The confidence has really grown for Arkansas Little Rock.
Well, they were hesitant. They were unsure what they wanted to do. And now, as they've seen Indiana struggle against their zone defense, the Trojans gain their confidence. There's an offensive rebound, and that should help their shooting as well.
Confidence, amazing what confidence will do for you.
Baseline drive is cut off. Nearly stolen. The pass to Dixon and an easy layup. So just being aware where the ball is. He's 2 points and the lead 6 now by Indiana.
Arkansas Little Rock doing a great job. They're coming up with the loose balls, and right now they're just giving a better effort than Indiana.
Great lead pass. Pat Knight and Henderson make eye contact for an easy basket.
That's a big play for Indiana with only 2:20 left in the half. Great pass by Patrick Knight going up and over the zone.
16 points for Henderson. He's been the bright spot offensively for Indiana. Dixon off and Henderson rebound.
Again, if Dixon would just pass that ball and then get it back, I think he would get better shots. Right now he's just rushing. That time
fake by Reed, but he drives and misses the shot.
Good shot fake, got him all the way to the basket. That's one that he's got to complete. He did the tough part of it, of making the shot fake, getting around people, and then he forgot to make the shot.
Little Rock much more patient now offensively.
See how they penetrate and dish. Joe Stevens is waiting over there for the 18-footer, not able to get that one down.
Charlie Miller picks the ball up. Indiana finally gets it across the line. Henderson almost took a 3. And this crowd tries to show its encouragement for Indiana. A travel by Brian Evans outside. 8 turnovers, Indiana first half.
The Arkansas Little Rock zone has created all the problems for Indiana. I wondered when somebody was going to play zone against Indiana. You can bet when they get in the Big Ten, you'll definitely see some zones from Judd Heathcote. They play a wonderful 2-3 matchup zone. You're going to see some people make Indiana score from the outside, going to make them shoot that jump shot, and right now they're having a lot of trouble scoring against this Arkansas Little Rock zone.
Rod Smith and Reggie Robinson in for Little Rock. Dixon's gone the whole way, 24 there with the ball. Drives in and tries to dish back to Stevens. Evans throws it out of bounds. Little Rock retains possession.
Good hustle by Brian Evans. Did a nice job anticipation. Got his hand on the ball, couldn't quite come up with it. Good effort though.
I don't see the shot clock reset, saying that Brian Evans had control, but it's going to stay at 12. So Little Rock needs a quick shot.
Tough place to inbound the ball. Not a lot of room right there. Arkansas Little Rock, no problem with the quickness. Shot clock down to 7.
Dixon tries to go right, comes back left. Tough shot, and he gets the roll.
Quickness of Arkansas Little Rock creates a lot of problems and creates a lot of shots for them. Right there, didn't have much time left. They used their quickness, got inside, got him an easy basket.
Dixon now with 10. Indiana, 3-pointer outside. Brian Evans, a big basket, builds the lead to 9.
Talked about it last night. You can almost tell when he's going to make that shot, when he puts a little additional arch on the shot, gets it over the front of the rim. When he misses short.
Last shot now. We're at 10 seconds left, first half.
spread it out. Dixon will either get an easy one
or a long one.
Boom.
Off the back of the rim. Indiana has the board, but not enough time to get away a shot. And Bob Knight leads his team in the locker room after a great start and then a slower second half of the first half. Wimp Sanderson pleased to have his team only down by 9. It's halftime. Indiana leads at 36-27. We'll be back after these messages.
Arkansas Little Rock starts in a zone. Look for Brian Evans to get some shots here in the second half.
He went right after that one. Followed his rebound and drew a foul.
Indiana attacked the zone that time better than they did in the entire first half. Brian Evans coming up on top, gave a good shot fake, able to dribble down inside, got a pretty easy shot, not able to get it down, got his rebound, and he'll have a chance at 2 shots. There's another $25 to Gleaner's Food Bank from the Better Pizza people. Noble Romans has a new personal stuffed pizza called the Pizza Bomb. Try one for lunch soon.
Evans hits both. As you mentioned, Teddy doesn't take that dribble anymore. The referee's barely away from the semicircle there, and Evans has the shot away. He made both that time. So Indiana's lead up now to 11. First minute, second half action.
Indiana's defense continues to stay pretty solid, only giving up 27 points in the first half. See, they're trying to get inside and use the quickness of Tony Chimay inside against Lindemann.
Shot was off. Indiana has it again. One of the things we've seen Bob Knight do over the years, Ted, is take a defense that a team has put on him in half and then develop an offense to counteract that defense that he's just seen.
Coach Knight's obviously talked to the team at halftime about how to attack a zone. Indiana's out twice. Great ball fake right there. That's what they worked on all morning. Alan Henderson goes up for the dunk. Tony Chimay throws it back at him, but they're going to get him for a foul on the hand. Looked like he got a lot of ball right there. But Coach Knight, all morning they worked on the shot fake and the ball fakes against the zone, and they really didn't get any of that in the first half. They've gotten it twice in the second half, and they've gotten chances to score both times.
Henderson long on both those free throws. Easy rebound for Robinson.
Joe Stevens once again takes the ball right at Lindemann. Alan Henderson there to help.
Early in the game, Ted, Indiana was helping on a double team, and then the recovery from the weak side was great also. Now it doesn't seem to be working as well. Good pass inside. And a foul is going to go on Evans as Robinson had inside position.
Good pass by Dixon. You're going to take a look at Coach Knight. The point kind of shaking his head at this point in time.
Inbounds, good play as they sneak one to Chimay, but Lindemann recovered in time to stop a shot attempt. Chimay again. Fall away jumper, and Lindemann has it. Chimay steals it. Bank shot is good, so Indiana got out hustled right there. Tony Chimay with the hoop.
Indiana had their hands on the ball. Great effort by Arkansas Little Rock to knock the ball away, and they continue to come up with the loose balls.
Herman on top, the ball kicked away. Turnover.
Got to take that one more dribble. Good play by Dixon, taking it all the way to the hole. If nobody's going to stop you, just continue on and take the layup.
12 for Dixon. He really got some extra hang time there, and the ball rolled right over front of the rim. Henderson inside, double teamed.
See, the zone is really moving a lot quicker now.
Michael Herman, nice drive on the baseline.
That's the type of thing Michael Herman has to do with his athletic ability. You can see Arkansas Little Rock continues to run it up the floor. Good play by Arkansas Little Rock, getting it up the floor. Joe Stevens takes it right at Indiana, going to have a chance for 2 points.
No better way to counteract a basket than by coming down quickly at the other end. Stevens that time tried it and drew the foul.
Indiana celebrating Michael Herman's good move on the one end, forgets to get back on defense. Arkansas Little Rock makes them pay.
Rod Smith checks in for Little Rock, and Joe Stevens at the line. Off on that free throw. Stevens started Colorado. Wimp Sanderson has a son who's assistant coach at Colorado. Learned about Stevens. He's transferred now to Little Rock and eligible this year for the first time. Misses both free throws. Lindemann has it. In fact, all three of Wimp Sanderson's sons are basketball coaches. Evans wide open.
Bingo. Oh, he missed.
Front of the rim, and Joe Stevens boards. Little Rock's best offense has been the fast break transition game. Jump shot again by Smith is off.
They're pounding the boards.
Indiana getting beat right now and out hustled. Smith again, air ball.
Bad shot right there. He should have pulled that one out after they came up with a loose ball.
Good pass inside Henderson. It's blocked going up. Lindemann has it. Herman, offense just really not in sync. Herman open for the shot. It's a three-pointer.
Michael Herman's hit 2 big shots for Indiana. First time he drives the baseline and raises up over people to hit the jump shot. That time, one good ball fake makes the defense move, opens him up. He's able to hit the shot for Indiana.
7 points for Herman. You can see when Indiana can get their half-court defense set up, it takes Little Rock a lot longer to get the shot. Dixon outside for 3. Neil Reed boards, where it doesn't seem like Indiana's fast break offense is the way for them to score tonight. Henderson tries for position inside and draws the foul.
Rod Smith all over Henderson's back. Good job by Neil Reed to run it up the floor, try to get it inside to Alan Henderson right away. It's amazing when Indiana does the things Coach Knight has set up, such as shot fakes, ball fakes against the zone. They continue to get open shots.
Henderson.
Oh, good step through right there.
15, but he lost the ball going up. It hit the bottom of the backboard, out of bounds to Little Rock.
Good step through by Alan Henderson. He turned an easy layup into a turnover as he lost the handle of it, threw it into the basketball support.
Slow start for both teams second half. Turnovers start continuing to mount, I should say, for both teams.
16 minutes left in the game. Indiana already with 10 turnovers. Last night, they only had 11 all night.
Shot is missed. Evans avoids the foul. Herman brings it up quickly. Henderson likes to work the middle on that zone. There's Lindemann, gives it up quickly. Lindemann gets it inside and looks weak side. That's the best play against the zone, but Reed has his shot blocked. It's 4-on-1 for Little Rock.
Good play right there by Dixon. Dixon just taking it right to the hole.
14 points for Malik Dixon. And this lead now is 10 by Indiana.
Neil Reed got a good shot last time down. He's going to take the 3 for Indiana right there.
And that ball tipped by Little Rock, but the initial call gives it to Little Rock, and it's going to be corrected. We're going to take a break. 15:27 left. Indiana leads it 43-33. We'll be back after these messages. They do give the ball back to Indiana as Little Rock hit it. Both teams struggle from the field second half. But Little Rock definitely in this ball game.
See, Indiana started in a three-men stacked right there. Popped Evans out to the corner. They're trying to get Evans some shots inside. Good pass by Herman inside.
Lindemann using his height there, as Henderson will usually hit that shot. And a foul.
Good rebound by Todd Lindemann getting to the basket. You can see good pass right here. Good catch. This is a shot that usually Henderson's going to make. Lindemann up strong with both hands. That's one that he's got to get in, and I think that's what Coach Knight's a little disappointed. It's a great effort, but he has to finish that play.
Short on that first free throw.
You can see his confidence a little down after shooting that air ball to start the game at the free throw line. He just doesn't seem to have the confidence there tonight.
And that one hard off the backboard and the rim. So Lindemann misses both.
Indiana a chance for a three-point play if Lindemann gets the ball in. Instead, they come away with none.
Robinson out top. Indiana's been man-to-man the whole game. Good quickness by Stevens. He goes left. Jumper is off. Michael Herman there for the rebound.
Got to take advantage right here.
3-on-2. Henderson. Layup is good.
Great job by Michael Herman getting it to Alan Henderson. He knows he's got great hands. You get it to him, he's going to catch it.
And Indiana recovers back quickly on defense to prevent a fast break. 18 points now for Henderson.
See, that time Joe Stevens last time down the floor, much more difficult trying to drive Alan Henderson to the basket than when Todd Lindeman's on him.
Smith wide open baseline is off. Brian Evans has the board. 4-on-3. Reed slows it up. Michael Herman open for 3. Yes!
Michael Herman's confidence really going up on his jump shot. He's hit 3 this half. Coach Knight running up the side of the floor. He felt like the guy had his foot on the out-of-bounds line when he took the ball out of play.
No call, and Indiana's moved its lead to 14. Good drive by Dixon is off. Rebound by Donaldson. Orlando Donaldson, 6'6" junior in the lineup, but he travels out of bounds to Indiana.
Strong rebound by Donaldson. Great drive by Dixon. He was a little off balance when he got that rebound. Before he could get back up, his pivot foot moved, and they're going to call him for a travel.
Tony Chimay checks in for Donaldson.
You can see now that Indiana's hit a couple outside jump shots, you'll see the zone start opening up because they know they have to come out and guard Herman. They've got to come out and guard Evans, and you'll start seeing Henderson score more from the inside.
And he's on the same side with Neil Reed. And there's the pass to Henderson. Makes the basket, foul on Chimay.
Great pass inside. Just as he pops up into the opening is when he gets the ball. And against the zone, it's so important for a good passer to get you the ball when you're open. Now watch him. Doesn't even get his feet set. The ball's in his hands. He turns, pops, gets hit on the arm. Chance at three-point play right there. And once again, it has a lot to do with Indiana hitting a couple outside jumpers to open things up.
Free throw off. Lindeman has the board and a foul. Chimay had picked up his 4th foul and not going to count that basket, but Lindeman very aggressive on the boards.
Lindeman very, very big, very difficult for a very small Arkansas Little Rock team to try to get him off the board. He just walks in. If he'd have went up strong right here, he probably could have grabbed it with both hands and dunked it. Instead, a little off balance, tips it, gets his hands on it right there.
Herman reverse layup off. Henderson stepped on the line out of bounds to Arkansas Little Rock. So better hustle in that sequence by Indiana. Did not get them a basket, but they do have the lead at 16 now. This is the guy to watch, Dixon and Stevens. Travel on Joe Stevens. Turnover by Little Rock.
See, Joe Stevens going to take Brian Evans down inside. Joe Stevens not too happy with the way things are going. You can see the disgust on his face.
Henderson wants a pass opposite, and Evans saw him with a good lead. And the foul. Henderson was holding off that position, but the ball had to be released to the opposite side. Evans saw it.
Good pass by Brian Evans. I thought he was going to shoot the basketball. Great pass inside. Alan Henderson able to get it, but again, I'm going to harp on the same fact I do all the time, and that's that Alan Henderson has to protect that basketball. He got all 3 of them up in the air, and he's got to take that ball up strong and get that ball in the basket.
Henderson, better concentration there, took more time. He's missed 3 in a row.
Take a look. You can see Henderson pointing, giving it to Evans. Evans right down. Now watch how he gets all up. He gets hacked on the arm, but a big, strong guy is going to take that ball up and going to have a chance at a 3-point play.
Second free throw is good by Henderson. Lindeman on a block, and Todd is using his size in there. 13 rebounds now for Lindeman, and they're a block shot. Lead high to Henderson, and he finishes that one off with the layup.
Once again, things are really starting to open up inside. Brian Evans able to pop in the middle. Reed gives him the ball. He throws it up. Henderson able to catch and get an easy layup just because they've hit a couple shots. And Alan Henderson, good anticipation.
Steal and a foul before Allen can get the shot away. It's going to go on Cordell Robinson.
Alan Henderson, a guy that can really get out and put a lot of pressure on the defensive lanes right here. You can see just tips it away, able to keep it in bounds. Doesn't really have the best angle at the basket. See Robinson slaps him on the arm, and Smith slaps it into the stands. There's another $25 to Gleaners from Noble Roman's Pizza. Did you know that Noble Roman's puts 90 pepperonis on their party-sized pepperoni pizza? Count your pepperonis today.
One shot, gentlemen.
Henderson now with a game-high 24, misses on that second.
Indiana's defense very, very strong. Arkansas Little Rock only 6 points, now 8 as Dixon makes a great lean-in move right there.
Herman leading that pass too far for Henderson. Bob Knight quickly off that IU bench, not the kind of play.
And you could read his lips, he said, I do not want that. With the 20-point lead and Indiana starting to work the zone much better, he doesn't, he wants the opportunity at the fast break if it's there, but to throw it into the third row, that's not what Indiana's looking for.
Pass inside. Dobbins had position, Lindemann with the foul.
Good job by Arkansas Little Rock getting the ball inside, creates a lot of problems for Indiana. They use their quickness inside against Todd Lindemann. As you see, comes up with his 4th foul. They get the ball inside and they try to dribble around him. Todd Lindemann going to have to do a better job defensively of moving his feet inside.
He's gotten a lot of playing time in tonight's game, and it's come through on the rebounding. Dobbins hits a free throw.
Kind of slingshots it up there.
Their pick to finish the middle of the Sun Belt Conference. It's Jacksonville, Western Kentucky, those teams will be back after these messages from your local stations. This is the Raycom Network. Duke 2 nights ago, vying now for the Rainbow Classic title out in Hawaii.
That'll be a tough, tough game. Indiana will find out about the Big Ten very quickly in Iowa City.
Indiana's shooting percentage up a little bit, still at 43% second half, but they're improving there some. Improving on their lead now at 16 points.
Lindemann's got to get back inside.
Evans had the shot quickly, but passed it up. But he's able to draw the foul from Rod Smith.
Lindemann got out in the corner and got to stand a little bit. He needs to get back inside. Nice pass by Herman into Brian Evans, who has been much more active here in the second half, and because of it, it's created a lot of open shots for Indiana.
9 points for Evans, but uncharacteristically has missed that free throw. Well below his average. Good on the second. In the position inside, good triple team as Dobbins had to get rid of it.
Late call right there by Verosell. They're going to call Michael Herman for a hack on the arm. Going to see it, he comes back in, and he does grab him on the wrist right there. I think more than anything it was because it was such a late call. The crowd was a little upset, but a good call by Verosell.
3 on Herman. This is a good matchup because Dixon has great quickness, and Herman's got to watch picking up that 4th foul.
See a switch right there. Neil Reed takes him out front. Indiana.
Dobbins takes Lindemann right inside, but Evans has the board. Timeout by, a technical. Wimp Sanderson thought that Dobbins was fouled. That's his second tee, and he is going to be thrown out of the game. That's correct. 2 technical fouls, and you're gone. Sam Licklider has already motioned for Sanderson to leave the building.
I think he was harping on him pretty hard down there, and Sam Licklider finally had enough.
And that was a quick one. We saw the play with Henderson and Dobbins. Sanderson has not left yet. They usually start a clock at the scorer's table and ask the coach to leave. And there you see he's walking right in front of the scorer's bench. He's got to walk across the Indiana bench as well. And one of the assistant coaches will take over for Arkansas Little Rock. So 10:48 left, and Sanderson is gone.
Brian Evans connects on the first of the two.
And there you see the assistant brain trust now for Arkansas Little Rock. Indiana hits both free throws. They get the ball out of bounds. So the lead now is up to 19 points. And Lindemann gets it inside. Good block that time by Robinson. So he knocked that ball out of bounds.
There's no way that a 6'2" guy should be able to knock it away from Todd Lindemann. He's got to protect that basketball. He's got to get that ball in the basket. Good pass inside.
Inbounds quickly. Henderson, feet set, shot fake.
Oh, good pass.
Evans converts.
Good pass, but great hands by Brian Evans to come up with that basketball. Pass was just a little off. Right there, that helps when you have long arms like Brian Evans.
Block that time. Lindemann, Indiana can't come away with it. Now they do with Herman. 3-on-3, good steal by Dixon. Great quickness. And now it's 3-on-2 the other way. Dixon goes right around Lindemann, but he stepped on the line. Turnover to Indiana.
I think we got another technical on Dixon right now.
There you see Dennis White, assistant coach, talking to Dixon. Let's watch and see if he does.
Get a good look at it right here. You can see he steps all the way over the line, so it's definitely a good call by Verl-Cell. He obviously, Dixon came up, had something to say about it. The referee's a little tense right now.
Technical fouls do count as personals. That's 4 on Dixon.
There's another $25 to Gleaners from Noble Roman's Pizza. And don't forget, the better pizza people deliver both lunch and dinner.
Now Wimp Sanderson,
give them a call today.
Wimp Sanderson's back out on the floor underneath the basket that Evans is trying to shoot from. And there you see him walking back into the tunnel. He came out with some hot words. His plaid jacket was gone. And they prevented Evans from taking that shot when Sanderson was under the basket.
I think more than anything, he was just trying to talk to his team. I don't think he was yelling at any referee or anything like that. I think he was trying to tell his team to gather themselves, get under control, finish this game out. They've still got 10 minutes to play right here.
There's Clarence Finley, assistant coach for Little Rock, and also Barry Sanderson on the bench. So they'll be calling the signals for Little Rock the rest of the game. Indiana's lead now is 23.
Good pass right there by Neil Reed. Great cut by Brian Evans. Indiana much better this half against the zone. I think you have to give a lot of credit, obviously, to Coach Knight and the coaching staff. They've really set the team up here in the second half to attack that zone much better.
Dobbins' jump hook is off, and Evans has the board. So Indiana starting to take control here of this game, scoring some points against this zone. Evans outside off, and the rebound to Smith. It's 3-on-2. Herman tries to stop it, but a travel called by Licklider. Indiana gets the possession.
Not much going right for Arkansas Little Rock. The last 15 minutes of the first half, they really had gained some stability. They played very, very well. They hit Indiana with the zone. Indiana didn't respond very well, and because of it, they played very well the last part of the first half. But here in the second half, Indiana's really taking control of the game, and Arkansas Little Rock really having problems trying to put points on the board.
Dixon back in the game for Little Rock. Lob pass to Henderson is stolen, and it's going to lead to a Little Rock fast break. Stevens. Jumper is off, and Evans has the board.
Brian Evans doing a nice job on the boards tonight. Continues to get good position inside. Coach Knight not very happy with the pass last time down the floor against the zone.
Henderson decides to pass on that shot. He was open. High pass is saved that time. Now Evans low. A little feed to Lindemann, gets away. Henderson tries a shot off the ground. It's no good. He wanted to avoid that travel, and Indiana retains possession. Evans inside. There's an opening in that zone. Travel is called by Verl-Cell on Evans.
Pretty sloppy right there by Indiana. I think think somebody stepped on Brian Evans' foot because of it, knocked him off balance as he's called for a travel.
That look right there will tell it all. Although Indiana's got the lead at 25, not the way Coach Knight wants these kids to play with that Big Ten season a week away.
Yeah, you've got to be sharp, especially when you go on the road. Whoever's able to win in the Big Ten on the road is the team that's going to come out with the crown. And we still got 8 minutes left in this game.
Dixon, a launch from outside is off. So Indiana's again holding a rebounding edge. Let's help them get this lead now at 25.
Last time down the floor, good shot fake by Lindemann right there. Just not real comfortable with that jump shot. Much more comfortable right there with Alan Henderson shooting that.
Little Rock quickly down. Indiana matches the offense though to stop the fast break. Lindemann trying for a rebound, it's off. Chimay works inside, draws the foul.
That's going to be 5 on Todd Lindemann. Little Rock continues to pound it inside and take advantage of their quickness against Todd Lindemann, and there's 7:18 left in this game, and Todd Lindemann is fouled out.
But he gets a big hand from this crowd, only 2 points.
I think the real positive, his effort was very, very good. He got a lot of minutes, he played very, very hard, he didn't put a lot of points on the board, but he's moving into position, and Coach Knight knows he's going to be an important part of the team if Indiana has a chance in the Big Ten.
Tony Chimay, the senior, now just over his average with 9. So a smaller lineup in there right now as Charlie Miller replaces Todd Lindemann. And Charlie has that board.
This is a much quicker team, a team that should be able to attack this zone. There ought to be a lot of openings in the middle of it, also along the baseline.
Charlie Miller working well inside with Evans and Henderson. Knight and Reed stay outside. Good three-point shot is off. 3-on-3 fast break. Robinson points up and misses. Evans easy board.
Nobody picked up Robinson right there. He comes up with an easy shot, not able to get it down.
Henderson post, jumper is good.
A lot of openings in the middle now. Arkansas Little Rock not playing near as tough defense, starting to run up and down because of Indiana getting a lot of easy shots inside.
Chimay with a great move inside. He comes back from underneath the basket to score his 11th point. Henderson now has 28 points. They've come quietly, but he's been a great part of Indiana's offense. Evans, shot fake. Charlie Miller, layup. Lost control of that ball and missed it.
Got an easy layup. Good pass by Evans inside. Swanee's got to finish.
Joe Stevens, shot fake off. Boy, Arkansas really having trouble. They're getting some good shots, just not making them. And Indiana brings it up. Evans is double teamed. Cross court pass.
Not the shot Indiana's looking for with almost a 30-point lead. Not that it probably makes a big difference, but I'm sure it does to Coach Knight.
Dixon all the way in that time. Gets the layup. Henderson went down hard. He's up slowly. And now back into the offensive end. There you see him just coming in your picture now.
You see Michael Herman, when he's in the game, really creates a lot of problems with his quickness. Patrick steps up.
He got that bank shot the last time. He didn't take the shot, and Coach told me he wanted to shoot some more, but I didn't hear him say bank it in. That was probably Patrick's prerogative.
Bank's open. Bank's open late tonight.
Buzz from the crowd when that went in, and Joe Stevens, that's Rod Smith, number 10.
But you can see when Michael Herman's on the point, he creates a lot of problems because he can get inside, do a lot of things.
And we've got timeout. That last basket was by Joe Stevens. 4:46 left. Indiana leads it 68-43. We'll be back after these messages. Now moved into 4th place, all-time Indiana rebound list. He passed Steve Downing, in fact, the tournament director. Steve is here and done a nice job to put this tournament together. He's got Archie Dees, Kent Benson and Walt Bellamy to pass to become the all-time leading rebounder.
May I say, a slim down Steve Downing. He's lost almost 30 pounds, looking almost skinny.
He does a great job both with the Indiana Classic in Bloomington and the Hoosier Classic here in Indianapolis. Lead pass by Gene Paul is thrown out of bounds. Paul had a great game last night, his first as a Hoosier. He had 5 points in 5 minutes, but his first turnover there as he throws it away. Just over 4 minutes left. Indiana in the lead now, 25 still. Stevens goes inside. Robinson on the drive, and Steve Hart now in the lineup for Indiana. Gene Paul's going to draw that foul.
Indiana kind of reaching with their hands right there rather than moving their feet. Arkansas Little Rock doing a nice job moving the basketball around.
We'll be back after these messages from your local stations. This is the Raycom Network.
Peter sets you up.
And there he is, Kent Benson, former IU center, played on that championship team back in '76. Not only is his second career rebounding, he's sixth career scoring, over 1,700 points, lives now in Bloomington, and he's brought his 2 girls up. He's got 4 girls altogether. He brought 2 up yesterday, 2 more up today. His wife Monica here. Good to see Benny here watching the Hoosiers. We're back in action. Just under 4 minutes left. Indiana leads it, and Robbie Eggers has the board on the shot missed by Stevens. Arkansas really having trouble now, 29% from the field, only 18 of 62. Indiana not much better. They're at 43%. The zone has really stopped Indiana's shooting percentage. Charlie Miller off. Eggers has the board. Indiana has a new shot clock. Gene Paul got a good looking shot. Good rotation. He's just off on that one. And out of bounds to Arkansas Little Rock.
The crowd wanted him to shoot, but I think Coach Knight would like to have seen him pass that one around, maybe got it back and then taken the shot. He hesitated that first time, and so many times when you hesitate right at first, it's tough to get your balance and get your feet underneath you and able to get the jump and to hit the shot.
Stevens leaves with only 4 points. And a foul outside. Hand check. Knight draws that foul, and Little Rock goes to line. 17 fouls now for Indiana. Gene Paul comes over to talk to Bob Knight. Pat Knight's third. Rod Smith is off on that free throw. So Indiana again a small lineup with Hart and Gene Paul both in the lineup. Eggers at 6'10", hits that jumper from the outside.
Nice step back move by Robbie Eggers. Nice job of coming up underneath the defense. Good pass by Patrick Knight.
Eggers on the steal there.
You see Eggers has a lot more quickness inside, and it's a lot tougher for Chimay to get open inside. Against Lindemann, he'd step around and he'd dribble right around him. Against Robbie Eggers, much more difficult for him to get open.
Paul passes up on that shot. Hart on the baseline is good. Good extension there on that jump.
Steve Hart, a guy that hasn't got a lot of time tonight because of Herman and Miller, but a guy that's still going to be very, very important for Indiana as they move through the Big Ten season. He has a lot of athletic ability, a lot of quickness, and a guy that's going to be very important for Indiana.
Smith on a turning jumper. And Eggers has a board, so Robbie making his presence known inside. We're under 2 minutes now, and Indiana is going to win its 13th consecutive NBD Hoosier Classic. Whistle inside. There will, of course, be an all-tournament team. And Ted Kitchell's already gone out on a limb to say that Alan Henderson will be the most valuable player.
It's a big, strong limb.
Henderson had a great game tonight. There's Dixon back in with 18 points. And here's Gene Paul. Robinson leads with 4. Long on that free throw.
Imagine you might find Brian Evans on that all-tournament team, and a possibility of maybe a Michael Herman and even Macaroni from Pepperdiner. It's something like
Marcaccini.
It's Marcaccini. Okay.
Yeah.
It's easier just. Macaroni sounds good.
He's a beauty, folks.
Good steal by Gene Paul, and you will notice tonight we are calling him Gene rather than Jean. We had originally been told that the name was Jean, and after talking to some of the people that had done some of the football games this year, they corrected us and said that it was Gene.
That gives Indiana now 11 players on the roster. Still waiting for Andre Patterson to come back into the lineup. Hopefully see him at Iowa.
Dixon really showing his quickness right there, dribbling right through the Indiana defense.
Dixon now with 20 points, so look for him to be on that all-tournament team as well.
He's had a couple very outstanding nights.
Good ball movement here by Indiana. Hasn't got him a shot yet. Drive on the baseline, Charlie Miller hangs. He hasn't gotten the minutes he got yesterday, Ted, but he does seem to be more confident on offense.
You can see Coach Knight's talking to him there on the sideline. He's telling him, that's what I'm talking about. You got to the basket, you've got to finish that shot. Did a nice job of using his quickness right there. Got to the basket, but I think Coach Knight would really like to see him finish that shot. He should have got that ball in the basket.
Free throw, nothing but net.
He missed like his first three free throws last evening, and since that time he's really corrected whatever he was doing wrong, and he's starting to shoot the basketball very well.
6 points now for Miller. Expect to see him quite a bit next week against Iowa.
I think you'll take a look at him throughout the Big Ten season. He's going to be very, very important, not only this year for Indiana, but for the next 3 years after this.
Tony Chimay, a jumper from the outside. We're now under a minute. Good steal there. He's knocked away. Steve Hart able to come up with it. And now stolen again by Arkansas Little Rock. Smith, oh, that's in there strong as he goes over everybody for that jam.
Hello.
6 now for Rod Smith. Steve Hart, good play against that zone. You penetrate into that dotted line. That hurts his zone. Hart with the jumper.
Nobody picks you up. You've got to take that little jumper. Oh, great play once again.
Rod Smith misses it. Chimay there gets the putback.
Arkansas Little Rock showing some of their athletic ability right there as Indiana throws it away. Only 5 seconds.
Love to play in the open court. Here's Dixon, one last basket with a second and a half to go. And that's going to do it. Dixon finishes with 22 points. And this ball game is over. A little sloppy in the last minute, but Indiana wins it. 77-53. We'll be back after these messages.